Well, hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial where we'll be guiding you on how to use ClickUp as a content calendar. If you're a content creator, social media manager, or a marketer, you know the struggle of keeping up with a relentless publishing schedule. You've got ideas in your notes, script in Google Docs, and deadlines in your head. Today, we're going to fix just that. We'll be showing you how to use ClickUp as a high-octane content calendar that doesn't just track your posts, it manages your entire production engine. We'll be walking you through the ClickUp 3.0 architecture, helping you see how you can set up automated workflows and leveraging the brand new ClickUp Brain AI to brainstorm and draft content in seconds. Whether you're a solo creator or a growing agency, this system is designed to scale. Also, if you'd like to follow along with me, you can sign up for ClickUp for free using my link down below in the description. So, let's get started. The first thing you need to understand is the hierarchy of ClickUp. Your structure is your strategy. To build a content calendar that works, we need to set up a hierarchy correctly. So first you have the space. We'll need to create a space called content production. This isolates your creative work from your admin or personal task. In order to do that, you just simply need to come over to spaces. Sometimes it might be collapsed as this, or you can just simply click on the drop down and you have it right there. Click on new space, and then here you're going to write in content production. And then of course you want to have your description. This is optional. However, it's great to keep things neat and organized, so a description will be great. Once you're done with your description, you can click on continue. Now you might be asked to define your workflow. If it is what you're doing for a starter, marketing team, project management, or product engineering. Of course, based on what we're looking at, we'll be choosing project management because you're trying to manage your content. Here you can see you can plan, manage, and execute projects. So let's go ahead and choose that. And then we're going to click on create space at the end right here. Now, the next thing you'll need to do with your content production, which is what we've created, which is a space within the workspace, which you have right here. Now you have your content production and you're going to come over here to click on the plus once again, because you want to create folders and lists. Now, inside the space, you can create a folder for the current year. You can just simply give it a year name or a period, which will help you understand what the folder is for. And then, of course, you have lists, and this is where you break it down by channel. So let's go ahead and click on folder, and we're going to give this folder a name, 2026. And we'll just say this year, but of course, in your case, you want to make sure that you're giving a better description of what you're doing. So click on create, and then you have your folder. Let's continue. So you can see that we're currently under the content production, and this is 2026. And under this, we'll be having our list. We'll click on plus, select list, then we'll say one for YouTube, one for Instagram, and say one for a blog or newsletter. So let's go ahead and do this. So of course you have your name and it's currently in the 2026 location. And of course you can click on create. And there you have it. Of course, there are some suggestions right here. So we're going to say apply suggestions. Of course, these suggestions can be turned back or reverted to another style. So we're going to click on apply suggestions. And because we applied suggestions, you can see that it's automatically created something that we could easily work with. We have what has been published, what is in progress, and what hasn't started just yet. And then we're just going to create one for Instagram for this tutorial. So go again, click on the plus, click on list, and give it the name. Great, so now we have YouTube and then we have Instagram as well. So again, this is great if you want to keep things organized. You have your workspace, you have your space within the workspace, then you have the year, which is a folder, and inside this folder, you have your list. Now by separating them into lists, you have your channel specific status. For example, your YouTube list might have statuses like scripting, filming, and editing, while your blog posts, if you had those, will have drafting, SEO review, etc. Now, of course, if you want to make some edits to these statuses, you could do just that. They're written as suggestions, but of course, they could be edited. So if you hover your mouse over them, you can click on them, and then you can see published can be changed to completed, right? So it's just another word that matches with published. So we have completed. There you have it. Not started, in progress, and completed. Then of course right here you could go ahead and simply click on this area to add content. You can see once you click on this area, you can write in the content type, and then you have your assignments, the content outline, upload date, and etc. These are all action options for you to make your project work out just fine. At this point, I would like to remind you that if you want to use ClickUp yourself, you can follow along and sign up for ClickUp for free using my link down below in the description to get started. Now, the next phase of this tutorial is visualizing your schedule for views. Now, the calendar is only one way to look at your work. Now, at the top right here, you have your content calendar, your content board. If we click on calendar, you can see your content calendar right here, where you can see all the things that will be happening through the month. Now, this is only one way to look at your work. If you click on the view button right here, which is plus view, you see views like calendar, board view, timeline, and others. Now, your calendar view is your bird's eye view. You can see your publishing frequency and drag and drop tasks to balance your workload. Now, you can now color code tasks by status or custom field, so you can instantly see if you're heavy on reels or long form videos. Then, of course, as we mentioned, you have the board view, and this is your Kanban board. It's perfect for seeing the timeline. If you see too many tasks piling up in your editing column, you know you have a bottleneck. And then of course you have the timeline. This is a lifesaver for big launches. It shows you how long each phase, like research or post-production, takes and helps you avoid overlapping deadlines. So we'll just click on board, and this is how you're going to see the view of your YouTube tasks. But of course, if you go over to Instagram, you can see that it's still in the content list view. If you switch over to content calendar, then switch to content board, all at the top right here, this is how easily you can adjust things. Now, I'd like to talk about the ClickUp Brain, your AI producer. This is where technology changes the game. ClickUp Brain is now fully integrated into your work. If you go over to the top right here, click on it and do a /AI, and then ask a question. You could say, give me 10 viral video ideas for our tutorial channel. And just by writing that without actually pressing on the enter, you can see that we have 10 beautiful viral options right here. I automated my entire week with Notion, ClickUp, beginner to advanced setup, design like a pro with Canva, learn any skill faster, or 2. These are just beautiful examples which you can of course brainstorm with ClickUp. If you'd like to continue, of course you could click continue with Brain, and the possibilities are endless. So that's what the ClickUp Brain is great at. It could help you to brainstorm, it could help you in scripting phase, it could also help you to summarize things. And now I'd like to talk about automation. So instead of moving tasks manually, you could look for automations, and would like to tell you 3 recipes every creator needs. So let's try to find the automations button. So in order to get automations, go over to the top left corner where you have your workspace, click on the drop down, and here you'll see automations. Great, so this is your automations panel, and of course, this is based on the Instagram list. Of course, you could do this for your YouTube as well. So you're going to click on Add Automation, and right here, you can see your trigger and your action. So let's give a scenario. You can see right here, task or subtask created. Now here is the trigger and it's under task or subtask. So we're going to leave it at that. You're going to come over to task or subtask created, click on the drop down, and we're going to say status changes, right? So what status are we looking for? If a status changes from, say, let's go to active, which is in progress, to, let's say, under closed to published, we've selected that. So basically we're saying if it changes from in progress to publish, what's the action? So we're going to say, let's just look at add a comment, right? So if we click on add a comment, we can say, great job team, right? So if you're working with a team or if you're just working with yourself, you just want to have that as an encouragement to continue. So once again, if a task moves from in progress to published, you're going to get great job team. And this is an automation to get a message. And of course you can click on create, and then you have your first automation. This is a status change trigger, which we've just created. You could also create a date arrival trigger, such as when a due date is 24 hours away and the status is not done yet, then you can of course change the priority to say urgent and notify the one who's been assigned, which is the assignee. And then of course you have examples such as automations for recurring tasks, etc. Again, this is up to you. Now at the top right here, you have your browse option, which is what we just clicked on, and there are different templates for different types of automations. Automatically fill custom fields in creation, notify teams on status change, automatically process new tasks with AI, email on status change. The list is almost endless. So far, we've been able to show you how you can use ClickUp as your content calendar, as a content creator, a social media manager, or a marketer. We've showed you the ClickUp architecture, setting up automated workflows. We've also showed you how to use the ClickUp AI brain. And all of this is to improve your workflow and increase productivity. Building a content calendar in ClickUp is about creating a system that works while you sleep. By leveraging all these tips, which we've provided, you're turning a chaotic to-do list into a professional production studio. Start by building your list, then layer into automations and use your dashboard to track your growth. And lastly, don't forget that if you want to follow along and do the best with ClickUp, you can sign up for ClickUp for free using my link down below in the description, and we'll see you in the next one.